to Fan Experience TV. Episode 95 is upon us. We're 5 episodes away from that coveted 100th episode. Thank you again for joining us, all of you dedicated viewers and listeners. For those of you tuning in for the first time, my name is Mike Katos, and alongside me is my co-host Rick Molina. Rick, how you doing tonight?
Doing well, Mike. Had a great, hope everybody had a great Labor Day weekend. I know I did, sitting in front of my computer just studying my brains out. But took a nice trip to the FanDuel Sportsbook we'll get into. Saw some little bit of baseball this weekend. And all in all, it was a good weekend. But, where do we begin? We're 48 hours away, Mike. 48 hours away.
48 hours. Where's your invisibility cloak, man?
I couldn't wear it today. I don't want to jig-zag, but we're 48 hours away from opening kickoff Thursday night. Cowboys at the Bucs. The Bucs are going to unveil their Super Bowl banner. Brady goes for number 8. They go for the undefeated season. Meanwhile, Dak is back with his crooked leg to see if he can lead the Cowboys, America's team, back to the promised land. So we're excited about that. We got some baseball going on tonight. The Yankees and the Blue Jays at the stadium. Your beloved New York Mets, and I think we'll start there. Who are they playing tonight? I don't even know who they're playing. That's how
they are playing the Fish, the Miami Marlins.
Right. The Miami Marlins in Miami.
Which, we all know who the owner, but we'll get into who the owner of the Miami Marlins is, and we'll talk about him shortly. But the Mets, they had a pretty good week, all things considered.
And let's start there. Yeah, let's start with the Mets. And
they were on the brink of extinction. They were just about to just completely fall apart, and they're keeping themselves in this little race. It's still a very slim chance for them to win the NL East, even a slimmer chance for them to take the wild card. But with San Diego falling apart, it looked like they were going to run away with the wild card, and the Dodgers were going to run away with the other spot, or the Giants, one or the other. Padres fell apart a little bit, so people are allowed to be like, some teams have more of a chance to catch up now. So the Mets aren't mathematically eliminated. Anything can happen. Right now, hey, Miracle Mets, 1969. And today they are 69 and 69. So if you want to talk about omens, whatever. I mean, it could happen. It could happen.
We got a month left.
But being a Mets fan, you could be an optimist, you could be a pessimist, or you could be a realist. I take the realistic approach. So yes, do they realistically have a chance? Yes. But do they have to go through a pretty good slate of games to get to that promised land? I mean, 3 of them are against the Yankees next weekend for, that September 11th weekend, which I cannot believe is 20 years. And, obviously
we'll touch on that a
lot more. But I can't believe that. But yeah, I mean, I guess let's talk about, Pete Alonso today.
Yeah.
He hit a home run last night. He hit a home run today. He's got 31 on the season, and he is the second fastest to get to 100 home runs for his career, 347 games, and Ryan Howard did it faster in 325. But, Pete Alonso, hey, self-proclaimed best power hitter in baseball, and he's trying to do everything that he can to live up to that name. And, he's definitely doing a lot on the offensive side. He's definitely getting the hits. His teammates need to pick up the slack for sure, especially the de facto leader that we paid $300 and something million to, Francisco Lindor. 340. Thank you. But obviously he needs to pick it up, and Baez, still, it's a guy, you either love to hate or you hate to love. I mean, the guy does some trickiness on the base paths, and you're like, oh, that's nice. But, I mean, you just don't know how to feel about him, and he still needs to contribute a little bit more offensively instead of the little magic tricks on the bases. He needs to try to figure out how to how to not make the ball disappear into the catcher's glove when he's swinging. That's the magic trick he's not yet mastered at the moment, and he should bring some magic over to Francisco Lindor, his buddy's bat as well, and his other buddy Edwin Diaz. Like, we gotta figure out what we're gonna do with him too, because he blew another save last night, and I mean, there's going to be some shakeups no matter what happens. I think even if Luis Rojas makes it to the playoffs, which is that slim chance, I think his days are numbered under the Steve Cohen era, and there's going to be a lot of shakeups. Hopefully, we can get some Theo Epstein, or a lot of talk about that's what they're going to need to really turn it around. And I will definitely not oppose Theo Epstein coming to the Mets and trying to change things up. But Rick, let's hear some of your thoughts.
Yeah, I mean, look, the Mets at the end of the season. Look, and here's the thing about the Mets: with all the disasters and all the controversy and all the nonsense, they're 4 games back of Atlanta, right? And they're 4.5 games back of the wild card, of the second wild card. So the Mets are in. They got a month left. They're in this thing. If they can somehow right the ship here. Now, obviously, the news of the day was that Jacob deGrom had a partially torn UCL, but from what Sandy said, all indications are that it's healed. But if I'm the Mets, I don't take any chances with him. He hasn't pitched since the All-Star break. Sit him for the rest of the year. Bring him back next year when he's 100%, when he's healthier and he can contribute and give you a full season. There's no need to bring him back now. Even if you make a run here and you get to the playoffs, there's no need. You're right. Luis Rojas is going to go. They want a name in that dugout. They want a name. They want somebody who's a legitimate manager over there. Not saying that Luis Rojas isn't, but they want somebody seasoned in that dugout. And you're right. As far as general manager goes, the smart money's on Theo Epstein. They're going to make a run at him. Cohen's got the billions. He's going to drop that cash on him. And there's no way Theo's going to be able to say no to another project of rebuilding and against the Yankees, right? He beat the Yankees in Boston. He's going to try to do it again with the Mets. If he does here, trying to re-own the city and all that. So I see that playing out that way. But look, the Mets, they somehow got to right the ship here, get past this stuff. Lindor's got to start hitting again. Javi Baez, like you're right, he's got to hit as well. And if they can find a way to just sort of steady the waters after the nonsense that's been going on for 2 weeks or whatever it is, and they make a run here, they got a shot. They got a shot to the playoffs. And it's just going to be fascinating to watch if they can make that run. I don't know if it's going to happen. I'm with you. I don't know if the Mets got it in them. But if they're somehow able to make that run and Javi Baez and Lindor lead the way, man, forget it. I mean, whatever happened in the season, that's going to be totally forgotten. I mean, it's amazing how fans are. They'll just, from 1 minute they hate them, then they'll love it. It'll be thumbs up. It'll be great. They'll be in the playoffs. Then they'll get knocked out in the division round or whatever it is. But look, the Mets got a puncher's chance. But they got a puncher's chance, man. They're 4 back. They haven't been put away, and so we'll see how this plays out in the next 30 days.
It's not over until the fat lady sings, and
Yeah. Speaking of a team that's done.
Oh, come on. Oh, so we're saying that the Mets have a chance.
Yes, I'm saying
the ones that are leading the wild card.
Yes, I'm saying that.
Okay, all right. Yeah. Okay. You go on your little rant.
Yeah, we win 13 in a row. The world's in a better place. Everything's going well. And just like last week, the heavens opened up and the rain came down. And our beloved Yankees have lost, they've lost 7 out of the last 10, 3 in a row in the last one, right? They're a half game up on the Red Sox in the wild card, 3 up on Toronto, and they're playing tonight. Cole's on the mound right now. And, I mean, it's just been a complete disaster. I mean, they can't hit. They can't do anything right. Their offense is just completely shut down. I mean, it is, and they're down 2-1 with Cole on the mound. It's just, I don't know what has happened here. All of a sudden, they just can't hit. They can't get the hit. They can't move a runner over. They have leads of like 8 runs, and they blow these 8-run leads, 9-run leads. It's incredible. I mean, you just can't make this stuff up. And so the team's falling apart. That's it. It's over. Done. I don't know what to say. I don't care if they're a half game up. It's just not looking good right now. As far as I'm concerned, and I've said it all season, the change has to be in the dugout. Aaron Boone, thank you for the home run in Game 7. You've done a great job. It's time for you to go. We got to get somebody in here who's a manager again who can whip these guys into shape because I think they're just too coddled in that clubhouse. And I think they need to make a change. But with half game up, they're just falling apart, Mike. Look, they're down 2-1. It's almost becoming these games now. The moment that the Yankees are down, you don't feel like they're going to come back anymore. I mean, they were ripping off 13 in a row. They've lost 7 out of 10 or whatever it is. 3 in a row they've lost. And even if they get a lead, you have the sense that they're just going to blow it. Loaiza's on the DL for 10. Loaiza, he's on the DL for 10 games with a strained rotator cuff. I mean, it's just, they're just barely getting to the finish line here, man. It's these last 30 days are going to say a lot about how Boone manages and the moves that Cashman made. Joey Gallo hasn't even hit. I think he had a home run the other day, but I mean, he's just that signing has been And just 2 weeks ago, you were raving about it.
I was raving. And I was wrong.
Dude,
I was wrong. And I was wrong. And so,
man,
look.
it's a good thing we have recordings of these things
that's
to
right.
go back on.
Yeah,
and
2 weeks ago, I was
talking about you.
Yeah,
oh, man, that's got to be. I gotta have to cut that clip and this clip.
Yeah,
the Messiah Joey Gallo.
Joey Gallo Messiah. Yeah,
this
Joey
guy.
Gallo, nothing.
This signing was.
Yeah, it was. That's what I gotta say. Rizzo's the guy we need to re-sign. But
well, you did have more
Rizzo
love for Rizzo.
But this is, I mean, look, you're up 2-1, you're down 2-1 in the 4th, runner on second, Cole on the mound. I think he just balked. I mean, it's just coming apart. So it's just, I don't know what else to say. I mean, it's just wait and see. 30 days, Mike. 30 days to see how the Mets and Yankees play out. Your team might go to the playoffs. My team just might get blown off the map right here. So
and your team's the one that is leading in the wild card race
by a half game. Doesn't matter.
So, and are what 20 something games over 500?
Yeah.
And my team is exactly
doesn't matter.
500, 69.
Yeah. We have no momentum right now. We have no momentum. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, losing 7 out of 10 is definitely disheartening. I will not lie. And you are right. When they do go down, you don't have that, confidence that they can come back like you did for Yankees seasons past.
Right.
But just think for a second, having that mindset for 35, 36 years, man. I mean, come on. That's what I have to deal with every year. When they go down, you don't know if they're going to come back.
And you have a wild pitch.
You at least had a nice little 20-year run where you knew if they went down, they weren't out.
Yeah.
All right? So you're a little spoiled. I hate to say it, but couple of little slumps here and there, and you're like, the world is on fire.
It is. It literally is.
A million of wagons are falling off their wheels, and and right now with 69 and 69, I got nothing but hope.
Yeah.
And
you're
leading the wild card. You have no hope.
Yeah, I got runners on first and third, 1 out. Reese McGuire's up. We're already down 2-1. Game's done. Yeah, it's over. It's over. Anyway, talking about the Yankees, the captain going into the Hall of Fame tomorrow, Derek
Capitan.
Capitan number 2, Derek Jeter, will be going into the Hall of Fame along with Larry Walker from the Colorado Rockies. And what can you say? I mean, the guy had the most, if Hollywood could obviously, Hollywood comes up with great movies. If they were going to script a career, who better than him? Comes up in 95, sitting on the bench for that Mariners series where they watched him lose the game, Don Mattingly's last season with the Yankees. Comes up in 96, Jose Fernandez, I believe. Who was the short? Was it Jose Fernandez who was going to be the shortstop? I can't remember who the shortstop for the Yankees was going to be at that time. It might have been Jose Fernandez. I can't remember the name. Gets hurt. Jeter gets the start and never gives up shortstop. Goes on to win the World Series. Did he win Rookie of the Year that year? I don't think he did. I'm not sure. I think he might have. He might have won Rookie of the Year.
I think he did.
He did, yeah.
I think he did have a Rookie of the Year,
he wins worlds, and he wins his first of 5 world titles. Part of a three-peat, the dynasty, and listen, he was there for some tough losses, man. 2003, ALCS. I mean, 2001, the ALC, the 2001 World Series.
Yes.
You had the 2003 World Series where he lost there. You had the 2004 ALCS, some down years there. And in 2009, they get back to the mountaintop. And look, the guy had 3,000 hits. What can you say? A storied career, the ending where he gets a single to win a game.
The 3,000.
Right, the 3,000, yeah, the home run. I mean, everything that the guy did in his career was just something out of a movie. And, what can you say? You tip your cap to number 2. One of the great Yankees of all time, Derek Jeter, going into the Hall of Fame tomorrow. I'm looking forward to hearing the speech. He always has these ways of rising to the moment, giving these speeches. I wonder what he's going to say tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I mean, of course, as a Mets fan and having to deal with that on my crosstown rival, of course, there's no love lost when it comes to Derek Jeter, but you can't help but just respect the way he played the game, and I mean, he had some questionable moments. Don't get me wrong.
No, he did.
A couple of little shimmies towards the ball and little theatrics towards hit by pitches and whatnot.
Hey, he was beaten a lot. Pedro hit him a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, he sat on the inside of the plate. He got hit a lot.
I hear you, but because he was a good baseball mind and he was just a sound baseball player. That's part of the game. It is what it is. You can hate it, you can love it, but there's no denying he was one of the greatest to ever play the game. I mean, definitely, one of the
top
best
shortstops. Yes, absolutely.
One of the best shortstops to ever play, and just a natural leader on his team and in baseball. I mean, he was part of that golden era in baseball. Like, I mean, the 90s, we talk about now how baseball's losing a little bit of traction, but in the 90s, like, he made it fun. He made it cool. Interesting. And, it was all a matter of, can the Yankees do it again or can we beat the Yankees? Like, there was two sides of the coin. It was the Yankee fans, real or bandwagon.
Front runners.
Yes, front runners. And then, there was just the others. Whether they were rooting for their team in the World Series or a playoff series, or they were adopting a team just because, despite the Yankees. And I'm guilty. I've adopted a team or two.
Yes.
In my life.
I'm sure you have.
I have. But I just when somebody can't tell me what position Derek Jeter plays, I don't really consider them a real Yankee fan.
Yeah, and let's not forget he had probably one of the great plays in baseball history. 2001 ALDS. Shane Spencer throws a rocket from right field to G and throws it down the line. Overshoots Martinez. Jeter comes, cuts it off, hits Posada. Jeremy Giambi gets called out at the plate. Saved the season there for the Yankees in Game 3. Musina, I think, was pitching that night. Comes out, then shuts them down, and then they come back and win that series in 01. And then on to the World Series. Obviously, they lost that World Series to the Diamondbacks. But, just an incredible career. By the way, breaking news, Cole just got pulled from the game. Looks like he hurt his hand. It's coming to an end.
It's coming apart.
The
horses are running away from the wagon now.
Yeah, we were on the road.
You had no wheels. At least the horses were pulling it. But now the horses are like,
the horses that's it. And it's
you got one horse left.
The Yankees are getting
one of the two.
Yeah,
there you go.
The Yankees are getting to this finish line like barely there, man. It's just tough. It's tough. But yeah, so it's gonna be fun tomorrow. I can't wait to see.
Along.
But on to something that you and I have been looking forward to for 7 months since.
And what's that?
February 3rd of 2021 was the last time that a game played
regular season game.
A meaningful game in the National
counted,
Football League that counted is being played. And Thursday night down in Tampa, Dak Prescott leads America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, into the home of one Thomas Brady, 7-time Super Bowl.
Right?
Thomas Edward, I believe his name. 7-time Super Bowl champion, 5-time MVP. going for the undefeated season, going for the 8th Super Bowl title to kick off the 2021 NFL season. I'm so excited, Mike. I can't wait. I can't wait for Sundays and be able to place some bets. And we'll talk about the bets that I placed at FanDuel in a minute. We'll get that a little later, but I can't wait to play some bets, eat some wings at Hooters with my buddies, watch some games, lose some fantasy football, lose some parlays, but excited for the 2021 NFL season to kick off Thursday night, 8 p.m. I just can't wait, man. What are your thoughts? Come on. Talk to me.
Well, number one, just across the wire, a little before we went live.
Yeah.
I'm setting up the stream and everything, and all of a sudden, ding, ding, ding on my phone. The Ravens are signing Le'Veon Bell.
Oh, what?
I scoop him up in fantasy and go along with my business. Le'Veon Bell is joining the Baltimore Ravens because they lost J.K. Dobbins last week and they lost Justin Hill yesterday to an Achilles injury. He's out for the year, so they have Gus Edwards
and get 30 carries pretty much.
Tyson Williams. Le'Veon got signed to the practice squad, but with the running game in Baltimore, and if he can learn that playbook, he has a chance to do something. They've tried out Todd Gurley months ago. They didn't take him. They brought in Bell and Devontae Freeman. Freeman is pretty much on his last leg, but Le'Veon Bell, he's going to be playing for a coach that he doesn't really take much crap, and he just really went to Andy Reid and said, "I'll never play for Andy Reid again." And he had that little bad taste in his mouth, and he finally signed to a team. A huge fall from grace for Le'Veon Bell compared to what a couple of years ago. Him being the best running back, one of the best running backs in football, and then he held out.
That was the worst mistake. He just lost $14 million.
And then he lost. He's lost steam. He's lost momentum. He couldn't pick up the playbooks. The Jets, really got bamboozled and took him. He was worried more about his rap career at that point than he was playing New York Jets football. And then he went over to the Chiefs, and he couldn't even help them win a title.
He had a play in that
come
Super Bowl, right? Did he even play in the Super Bowl?
I don't even think he played.
I don't remember. I remember that was the unfortunate Super Bowl where you and I picked the Chiefs and everybody on our show picked the Bucks.
Well, I think it was what? What was it? 9-6? Or
no, it was like 9-2.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is. Congratulations to Mr. Thomas Edward Brady. He's 7 Super Bowls, and he's not looking to stop anytime soon. So, let's see what plays out tomorrow. Chris Godwin is a little banged up. So, not tomorrow, Thursday night. Apologize. Little banged up on Chris Godwin's side, but we'll see. Dak Prescott is cleared to go. All systems go on him.
Yep.
I'm excited. Just like you asked the question, how excited are you? I'm pumped.
Yeah.
We just went past our last Sunday without NFL football
till
February 20th, 2022. Yep. Unbelievable. It's a great time of the year, and it's amazing. Like the atmosphere and just the emotion it just provokes,
Yes.
Like NFL.
Yes.
MLB opening day is great. I can't wait for spring training, pitchers and catchers after the Super Bowl's over, pitchers and catchers is great. And then spring
it's
training
like the start of spring, right? Like it's gonna get warm again and all that.
And then opening day, it's like there's like magic in the air when opening day MLB baseball is around the corner. But then something falls. It's just you fall off a cliff after opening day. After April's over, May's over, and it's kind of like in a lull. Like we just watched 50 games. so you kind of know where your team stands, where your team doesn't stand.
Yeah.
But NFL, it's just every single game counts. In every sport, every game counts, but it's just so much more.
Yeah.
And it's just even on Sunday Night Football, it's like, you could have a horrible team playing on Sunday Night Football against a great team, but it's not a lock. It is not a lock. Like, dark horses any given Sunday. I mean, there's a movie called, named Any Given Sunday because it's the truth. I mean, when the Pirates in the MLB play a powerhouse, you pretty much you're putting your money on the favorite. But when you're dealing with in the NFL, that defense, there's three aspects to the team. You have the offense, you got the defense, you got the special teams. And every single one of them plays a part. And your offense might be atrocious, but those defense and special teams could win you a game against a powerhouse offense.
Yeah.
And vice versa. So it's just amazing, what an NFL game, consists of and how it's just, you never know. You just never know. I mean, I was in a survivor pool and the Jets were losing, couldn't even get out of their own way. And I picked the Rams, one of the most premier defenses in the league at the time, mind you, and a great offense at that. And the fact that they were playing in Los Angeles, and I picked the Rams to beat the Jets. I mean, the Jets haven't won a game. They haven't really even come close other than that Raiders game the week before, granted. And then they just shellacked them. And nobody saw that coming.
That was a minus. I remember that. That was Jets were plus 20. Remember that?
Were they 20?
Yeah,
I think
20.
they might have been. Yeah, I think you're probably right. Because it was in Los Angeles.
Yep.
It's just unbelievable how that, and they just out the gates. The gates, they were up 2 touchdowns?
Yeah.
By the end of the first? I think it was like the first 6-7 minutes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I am excited for to see that that game 1 though. But I'll let you touch on what we have game 1 in store for us.
Well, look, I'm excited for Tampa Bay, Dallas. Look, the Buccaneers are favored by 8. FanDuel Sportsbook. You want to place your bets? Go to FanDuel Sportsbook.
Oh, is it 8?
It's 8 now. Look, nobody has, they lost their guard due to COVID and COVID restrictions. Look, Tampa's at home. They're going to be rolling. Brady's going to have them ready. I think they're going to win that game. I don't know if they're going to win it by 8 points. I don't know if they're going to cover the spread. They might. I mean, they might. I mean, Dallas isn't all that there. But the game I'm excited for, Mike, we've been talking about this for a while. What we're excited about here in New York, at least you and I are, is the man himself. He comes from Utah.
Zachariah
the Messiah. Zach
all right. I like that.
Zachariah.
Did you just make that up on the cup or did
on
you
the fly? I just made that up on the fly. Zachariah the Messiah. The prophet is here. They've written in the scriptures of a young man who would come and save the franchise. It is foretold that a young man with blonde hair and a rocket arm would come and save us, and he has arrived. Zachariah the Messiah Wilson. Sunday, 1:00 again at Carolina against Sam Darnold. Look, it's going to be an interesting game from this aspect that I think the pressure is going to be on Darnold to perform. And, when Darnold, bright lights, he gets rattled. We've seen him here for 3 years, gets rattled. I think Zach is going to be cool, calm Zach. Come in, move the offense. I think they're going to look, I'm not here saying the Jets are going to make the playoffs, but they're going to surprise some people. They're going to play well. My concerns, obviously, is getting a pass rush and will they hold up on the corners. Bryce Hall is going to start on one side, and they're just going to play it by ear, I guess, on the other. But listen, we're playing 12 rookies with the youngest team in the league, and that defensive line is going to be ferocious with Vera Tucker and Mackay on the left side over there. I think the Jets, I think they're going to play well. I don't think they're going to get blown out in this game. I don't think they're going to win. Look, I don't think they're going to win more than 7 games, or everybody's saying 6, 7, whatever. But I think the Jets going to play well in this game. I think Zach's going to play real well in this game. I think he's going to be very comfortable. And it's just going to be so exciting to watch him. I think he's going to throw for like 2 or 3 touchdowns. I have him in another fantasy league. I have him as a backup in our league.
Yes, you do.
I have him as a backup in our league, and I have him starting in another league that I have. I have him starting, and I have Mac Jones as a backup in that league as well. But I have him starting because I just think, and this gets to the what I did Saturday going to FanDuel Sports Bet. So I go to FanDuel because I placed 2 bets, and I know you're going to be happy with one of them. So let's talk about the first bet that I played: Zach Wilson, Rookie of the Year, plus 750. Put $100 down. Took Zach Wilson, Rookie of the Year. Your thoughts?
7.5 to 1. I mean,
Okay.
How much you put down?
100.
$100. All right.
Now,
I mean, if you strongly believe it, I think he has a shot.
yeah,
I think he has a shot.
I was going to put 100 on Elijah Moore,
it's
but I
gonna take a
figured if Zach's throwing the ball to
No.
Elijah Moore, no. And then the second bet I put, and this one, I think you'll like this one. NFL MVP. You ready?
Well, you've been talking about Josh Allen.
Josh Allen plus 1,400, $100.
I think 14 to 1 is great.
Put it,
I think
mark
it's
it
great
down.
odds.
I put it down. I got my little tickets right up here in the closet. I got them safely stored. So when Gamblings opens up in New York, and hopefully they put a FanDuel. Are they going to put a FanDuel Sportsbook in that Belmont thing over there? Do you know?
Well, I mean, they're opening up the online betting.
But what
I
about
don't know what
when is that
doing.
opening up? The online December, right?
Well, they have the 4 upstate. They have the 4 sports books upstate already.
But you can't. You get on the site, you can't bet.
No. There's no online, but I think they have the exclusive. Those 4 casinos upstate have like the exclusive rights for the in-person brick and mortar sports books. I don't know how good that, how long that contract is for, and we obviously have a different governor too. So I don't know.
No, I think she's going to keep that. I don't think she's going to stop us gambling.
By the way, I was taking Ocean Parkway the other day, and they have the Jones Beach sign, and it says.
They took it down already.
They already changed the name, so I was like, "Oh wow!"
They won't put on that. Yeah.
For those of you that don't know what happened, look it up.
Yeah, look it up. There you go. But no,
New York State governor, and you'll figure it out.
You'll figure it out. Yeah. But I took Josh Allen at a 14 to 1. I think that's a great number. I think he's going to have a monster year.
I think it's great. I think it's great odds to take a shot in the. I mean, I wouldn't say shot in the dark either. No,
because they have
got a shot there.
Yeah, because they got Rodgers and Mahomes, and I'm thinking, no, it's his year, man. I think it's his year, and I think, look, the one team that can beat the Chiefs is them. To go in the AFC to go to the Super Bowl is the Bills. They have the defense, they have the talent. That's the one team that can beat them.
Well, if they keep on this whole, throwing, this just air show, and Josh Allen keeping the ball and running it himself for touchdowns, and not giving it to the backs of Singletary and Moss, and utilizing Diggs and Sanders and Gabriel Davis over there as one of the alternates there. And who do they got as tight end now? I know they had I think they brought in somebody else too, but
it was a big name tight end acquisition, I think.
It was but they have weapons. They got
a
weapons.
lot of weapons.
And
a lot of weapons.
Josh Allen, he was not given, they said that he was immature, he wasn't going to be ready for this league. He was going to fizzle out and die, and whatnot. And I mean, it's been the exact opposite. The guy has improved every single year, and he was on a nice little pace at some point last year, and he sputtered a little bit about 6-7 games into the season. Right around that, a week or two before that Cardinals game, and you had that. That Hail Murray to D Hop, and that remarkable little catch over there to really shatter that Bills right before the bye, but they still made it to the championship game. So they just couldn't figure out Mahomes. I mean, the Buccaneers sure as hell figured them out pretty well. But now they know a little bit more. They're a little bit more seasoned.
Right.
You know, there was a lot of people that haven't been into that position before, aside from Stephon Diggs. Like he's been there, but you know, now Josh Allen, the leader of that team, he knows what to look for, and yeah, I mean, it's the regular season that really judges the MVP. But
Exactly, yeah.
But I think he certainly has a shot, and I think for 14-1, it is definitely worth putting that money, and the juice is worth the squeeze there.
Of course, yeah,
without a doubt. And it's going to be a fun year in Western New York.
It's going to be exciting up there. Yeah.
For those Bills fans, they're going to be shouting.
Yeah,
they're going to be shouting, and they're going to have a lot of fun, and it's going to be interesting, you know, because like you said, Mac Jones. You know, he's starting. I mean, this AFC East,
yes,
is
the youngest
quarterback. You know, 25 and under, and Josh Allen is the veteran.
Yeah.
He's the veteran of the bunch.
It's crazy, right?
You know, like that's insane, especially the fact that it's been anchored by, you know, Tom Brady for 20 years, and now all of a sudden Josh Allen is the veteran of the AFC East, and as far as quarterbacks go. And I actually went to the Bronx Zoo yesterday, which great place, by the way. But
nice.
I saw a dude wearing a Mac Jones jersey. I was like, wow. I was like, already? My goodness. But yeah, I mean, people obviously have their faith in Mr. Jones over there. We have our Mr. Zach Wilson, and yes, I think Zach Wilson will play better than Trevor Lawrence this year. Will he win the MVP? I don't know.
Yes,
but
yes, he's gonna.
I think maybe it depends on when they let Trey Lance or Justin Fields start.
Well, Trey Lance,
because that could definitely hamper his chances. I think Kyle Pitts has a decent chance too, though.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. But here's the thing about Trey Lance. He already, like, I think he did a chip of bone in his finger or something, so he's out for week 1, right? So he's not going to start right away. And then the other thing,
the splint is off. He's not
off already. Okay. And here's the thing about Justin Fields. Yes, highlight reel plays, crazy, but that hit that he took against the Bills, him reading defenses, I think he's going to have a rougher time than people. You know, people see him being athletic over there, but he's still got to read these coverages and guys coming off the edge and stuff like that. I think he's going to have a little tougher time getting accustomed to reading defenses in the NFL. He's going to have some big plays. He's going to be able to light it up, move the ball downfield. But I think this is Zach Wilson's rookie of the year to lose. I really, really do. Unless Najee Harris runs for 2,000 yards in Pittsburgh.
Well, that's a possibility. But also,
right?
who won last year? It was Jefferson, right? Justin Jefferson?
I thought it was Herbert. Justin Herbert that won the rookie of the year. Was it him or Justin? Hold on, I'll tell you right now.
I thought Justin Jefferson did because he was like, didn't he get like?
Let's take a look. Let's see, 2020 NFL rookie Chase Young.
Defense.
No, it was Justin Herbert. He was the offensive rookie of the year.
Okay.
Justin Herbert was the offensive rookie of the year. Yes.
All right. Well then, I mean, I guess
he was a nominee. He was a nominee.
Yeah. But I just feel like, you know, Kyle Pitts, he could possibly have a shot to, you know, score like, you know, 9-10 touchdowns.
No, for Kyle Pitts,
Julio Jones out of the picture.
Yeah.
And Calvin Ridley, and you know, they're just going to be throwing the ball a lot.
Right.
I mean, if he were to go like berserk as far as touchdowns go and yardage, and
that's
like
what I'm
really
saying. Like he
pretty much take Julio Jones type number, you know, and I mean, there's enough for Calvin Ridley and Kyle Pitts to eat a lot.
I get it, but like he would have to like literally like he'd have to have like 15 touchdowns and like 1,200 yards, like for him to win Rookie of the Year. Case closed.
Nobody's scored 15
but I think
Wilson as a rookie.
Listen, I think Wilson's going to throw for over 4,000 yards. I think he's going to throw 25, 30 touchdowns. I mean, if he throws over 30.
If Wilson throws for over 4,000 yards,
I think he is easily.
Well, I mean, I guess over 4,000 in this league. I think
he's got 17 games.
Yeah.
He's got 17
Oh,
games.
yes. I forgot. One extra game, too.
Yes. So he should throw for over 4,000 yards. So I think he's going to light it up.
So what is Josh Allen going to throw for?
He's going to throw 5,000. He
as
might throw 5,000
MVP?
yards. He might throw 5,000 yards. Just fine.
Well, with
The only question with Josh Allen is
with the extra game, 5,000. I mean,
maybe. I mean, Breeze did.
maybe more. No,
maybe
55.
What was Brady's number last year? I want to see what Brady's number was last year.
Well, I mean, he wasn't.
Well, I just want to see what like his.
What was Brady's numbers in that Randy Moss year?
Oh, it was crazy. 2020 Tom Brady stats. There we go. Let's see. He was last year. He threw for 4,600 yards, 40 touchdowns, 12 picks. With an extra game, he's throwing for 5,000 yards.
But who threw the 40 touchdowns?
Tom Brady.
He threw 40 touchdowns last year?
Threw 40 touchdowns last year. Tied for second, he threw 12 interceptions.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Stat leaders.
Justin. So here, this is what I expect out of Zach Wilson this year. I want to see Justin.
Sean Watson threw 4,800
last
year. That was the leader.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers 48 touchdowns to 5 interceptions.
As the Yankees.
Yeah, that's MVP like numbers right there.
So here was Justin Herbert's stats last year. He threw for 4,336 yards. He threw for 10 interceptions. Is that the right number? 10 interceptions?
Who are you talking about? Josh Allen?
No, Justin Herbert.
Yes, 43-36. 10 interceptions, 31 touchdowns. Yeah.
I mean, and he didn't start the first game.
He didn't start the first game, correct. So he was yards per game. He was averaging 289.
Right. So
that would have put him over 45 easy, almost 46. Right. No, over 46. And that would have put him third on the list, right around Brady's yardage numbers.
Right. So the way I look at it is,
another few touchdowns too. So 34. Yeah. 34 touchdowns.
So Zach Wilson needs to give me 4,500 yards passing, 32 touchdowns, and throw anywhere between 10 and 15 interceptions. He's rookie of the year. Period. Stop.
Well, I think with him starting week 1 and having the extra game, you need more than 200 up on Herbert last year. No.
Yeah, he's got to throw
4,500.
Right, so he's got to throw for like 300 yards a game, pretty much.
He needs to do 48
touchdowns,
301 yards a game. That's at 16 games.
So he's got to throw 300 yards a game. So if he does that, if he throws for 300,
and actually Mahomes only played 15 games and he had 4,700.
Yeah, so Mahomes is going to throw for over 5,000 yards. He's going to throw for over 5,000 yards.
Yeah, because he's going to play definitely 16.
Yeah. So last week we did our NFC picks.
Yes.
And this week
AFC. Now I guess we'll go up from. I have a site up that that has them ranked as far as the over-unders go. So we'll start at the bottom. Speaking of Deshaun Watson, he is still a member of the Houston Texans, but Tyrod Taylor, the quarterback that gets pretty much shit on the most,
right? So to speak. Buffalo.
He is
Cleveland.
He is. Yeah. I mean, Buffalo, he's like, we're going to go a different route. So see you later. We're going to go with Josh Allen and see what we have. Cleveland, concussion.
Baker Mayfield.
So, and now he has to play for the god-awful Houston Texans, who, but might I add, I heard rumors that Jamison Crowder might get traded there.
For who?
I don't know how true that is, but Jamison Crowder did contract COVID a couple days ago.
Yeah,
Jets.
Yeah, he's not playing in week 1. That means Elijah Moore.
He is vaccinated though.
Okay. So that means Elijah Moore is going to start though, and Elijah Moore is probably.
I think Crowder is still up in the air, but
because of the testing, yes.
Yeah, because of the vaccination and because he's asymptomatic. But yeah, all right. So the Houston Texans over under 4.
Under.
And I'd say under. I don't think it's going to be a very tough year in Houston. The Detroit Lions 4.5.
They're in the NFC. I thought we were doing AFC this week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So it's the Jets.
Let me just. Yeah. So next is the Jets at 6.
I'm gonna say that's a push. I think the Jets will win 6.
Yeah. I guess push that.
Yeah.
The Bengals at 6.5.
This is an interesting one. I'm gonna go under.
I go under.
I just don't see him protecting Joe Burrow. I really don't, man. Jamar Chase can't catch a football. I mean, it's a mess over there, man.
The Jacksonville Jaguars have a lot. They're getting half a game more than the Jets are.
I got
6.5 for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
I gotta go under with that, man.
I gotta go under too.
I don't see them winning that.
With Etienne getting hurt too.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not like they got all-stars on like defense.
No, it's they're building that thing.
I mean, it's a new coach,
and he's trying to run it like he's in college too. I hear there's word on the street that things aren't going.
However,
yes.
They have 2 games against the Texans. So is that a little cheat code?
1-1. I think they're both bad and they'll both split.
I don't know. I mean, they could possibly take both.
Maybe.
They could possibly take both. And then you have the Colts, which, they're already having trouble fielding players. And,
that's going to be a problem with Carson Wentz over there being unvaccinated and all that. That guy just.
That's going to be a problem. I mean, granted, they have a great coach and, and they're probably going to, still be a little bit of a powerhouse. But, obviously the Titans are going to run all over the Jaguars, I think. But I don't know. I feel like. But who else could they win? I guess we got to look at their actual schedule and see. But I think they could take 2 from the Texans. I think the Texans are going to be that bad. Okay. The Raiders 7.
Over. I think the Raiders are going to be better.
I think over too.
Yeah. They'll win 8 or 9 games. I don't think they're going to be that bad. Because if they are that bad, they're firing Gruden. You got to get
the team that you thought was going to give the Kansas City Chiefs a run for their money last year, now led by Teddy Bridgewater.
Teddy check down Bridgewater. Teddy check down.
Denver Broncos 8.5.
I'm going under. I just there's that they don't. I mean,
they have to play the Chargers twice.
Yep.
They have to play the Chiefs twice.
Yep.
Those are not, any small feats, any small tasks.
Yeah, I'm going under.
So yeah.
And they got to play the Raiders, man.
8.5. I mean, 8.5 is that's 500.
Yeah, I'm going under.
Yeah. And who gets the extra game? The AFC, right? We do.
Yeah.
AFC?
Yeah.
But still, like you have to pretty much win every single home game to be over. So that's not going to happen. Steelers 8.5. I think over.
Over. Yeah, I think the over.
I think over. The Colts at 9.
Oh, that's a good
push.
One, man. Yeah, I'm with you on that. It's a push.
If they can stay somewhat healthy, yes. Can they win all their home games, or in essence, that's what they have to win to hit a push?
Yes,
they have to win all of their home games.
I think that. Yeah, I'm with you. They push.
Yeah. Tennessee Titans 9. I think they're winning the division. So
yeah, I think they win 11 games. That's an over.
Yeah. The Miami Dolphins at 9.5.
Man, I was looking at this. They're a loaded team. The question comes down to, will Tua be able to lead them? Will Tua be the quarterback, or will Deshaun Watson come in middle of the season and be the quarterback? That's the question. If Tua's the quarterback, my guy,
Deshaun Watson be a quarterback for anybody in the middle of the season?
Maybe. Look, Miami's the destination he wants to go.
Okay, well, if hypothetically Deshaun Watson does come in the middle of the season,
it's over 9.5.
Then it's over 9.5.
But with Tua back there, man, I'm going to say under, just because of the quarterback situation. I'm going under.
Yeah. I mean, they have to win 10 to go over. I mean, that's a tall task.
Yeah.
That's a tall task for Tua to get to. The Los Angeles Chargers, however, have the same exact over-under, 9.5.
I like Justin
in Herbert. I trust.
In Herbert, I trust. Yeah, I go over. In Herbert, I trust.
I hit. I like that. Okay. In Herbert, I trust.
I
hit.
Oh, we got two. So I hit and Zachariah the Messiah.
Yeah. Oh man, I like that though. Zachariah the Messiah. That's good. I mean,
we should walk in with like robes and like with
you heard it here first, everyone.
Yeah, Zachariah the Messiah. Patent it here. Who else do we got? What's next?
New England Patriots, same thing. 9.5.
Mac Jones. I say that's a push.
You can't push at 9.5.
Oh, I'm sorry. Man, and they had 10 guys left. Belichick. All right, I'll give him the over. Because Belichick's on
the because of the defense.
Yeah,
because of the defense. And if we're not giving it to the Dolphins, that means that the Patriots are getting 1 or 2 of those wins.
Yeah,
and we didn't give it to the Jets, so just because of the Jets and the Dolphins wins right there, has to push them up a little. The Cleveland Browns at 10.5. I say they get 10.
No, I'm gonna go over. I think that team is better than 10. They're gonna win. They're gonna win 11 games. I think because it's a show me year for Baker. If Baker,
I guess I'm having a hard time with the 17th game.
Yeah. If Baker doesn't,
in essence, he has to win all of his home games plus 2 to get 11.
Got it. Baker needs to ball out. I mean,
so if he goes 7,
but they had that defense is just real good, man. That defense is really good.
So really, we're talking 7-2 at home, 4-4 on the road to get them 11 wins.
Yep, I say over.
I think, I guess that's over. The Buffalo Bills are at 11. I say over.
Over, easy.
Baltimore Ravens at 11. If they can't get out of their own way on injuries, then under. If Le'Veon Bell isn't a kryptonite, Lamar Jackson can overcome all the running back injuries and hold on to the ball and really control that offense.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a good defense, so I mean, if they play good, they could win 12 games.
Yeah.
They can win 12 games.
Yeah. Last but not least.
The Kansas City Chiefs, the reigning AFC champions.
They might
12.5.
Over. They're going. I think they're going 15-2. Yeah. Now here's the thing, Mahomes.
I mean,
it's possible. Mahomes is still hurt though. Mahomes is not Mahomes. He's still got that foot problem, man. So that's going to be something to keep an eye on during the season. But listen, it's Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes. They're going to win a lot of games.
Yeah, I think we're in store for a very fun season. Let's take a quick look though at some of the lines for this week. We already touched on Tampa Bay -8 against Dallas Thursday night. I like Tampa Bay. I mean, it is a big spread, but I'm taking Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I think so too. I just don't see Dallas, matching up with them.
Yeah. Buffalo plays Pittsburgh. Buffalo is home. Yes, Buffalo's home now at -6.5. So a touchdown to cover.
Buffalo.
I think Buffalo needs to come out and put down a statement right here. I mean, this is a big game.
Yeah, I think I'm with.
I think Buffalo, we are the team to beat in the AFC. Like we are this team, and I think they do it.
I'm with you on that. I like Buffalo winning this matchup too.
The New York Jets head to Carolina. Carolina's favored by 5.5.
So here's my thing about this game. My head, my heart is with the Jets.
No.
Yeah. And my head says the Panthers. And then I think about Zach Wilson.
His name is Zachariah the Messiah.
Zachariah the Messiah. But I think of Sam Darnold giving me 2 picks.
Yeah, but
I keep thinking of Zach.
let's not forget about the fact that they have Christian McCaffrey.
They do have Christian McCaffrey back, but he's coming off.
You don't have to throw the ball. You don't have to throw the ball into the questionable territories.
Right.
If Christian McCaffrey's there to bail you out 9 times out of 10.
Right. All right. I mean, my head says,
and they have a lot of weapons. They got Robbie Anderson.
They got
this, they got DJ Moore, and they got this rookie Terrace Marshall, who's like, people are loving this guy.
I guess.
And they did do decent considering what they had at their disposal
I think the Jets will cover, man. I think the Jets will cover.
I think that's why Vegas wants
everybody to, right? Exactly. It's almost like it almost is like Vegas wants everybody to take the Panthers. I think the Jets cover.
I think if you're betting the game,
yeah,
I like the Jets on the money line over the spread at the money you're gonna get.
What, the 205?
Because look at it,
plus 205,
250 for the Carolina.
All right,
250. Like they want you to bet.
Of course, they're
like
begging you to take
spread. That. They're begging you to take something there.
I take the Jets plus 205, but
over under 45. Does it hit the over? No.
Yeah, I think there's going to be some offense in this game.
Yeah.
But I think Carolina wins this game, first game for the Panthers.
I don't know. I'm undecided, but I think just based on the McCaffrey being there, Matt Rule, he's been with these guys. It is Saleh's first regular season game with the Jets. I'd have to go with it's probably going to end up being 5. Like that's probably what it's going to be. Like Carolina is probably going to beat them by 5, and it's just going to be just under. So that's probably what's going to happen. But I would pick Carolina.
Okay.
Houston Texans versus the Jaguars. The Jaguars. So here's one of those games. Minus 2.5.
Yeah, I take
at the Texans.
I take Jacksonville to win this game. I don't see the Texans.
Yeah, the Jacksonville can win by a field goal.
Yeah.
Cardinals at the Titans. The Titans are favored by 3.
I like Tennessee in this game. I'm not sold on Cliff Kingsbury. Julio
plus
AJ.
3 though.
Yeah.
Plus 3. I guess if it was plus 3.5, I would definitely go Arizona.
Derrick Henry.
You know what? I'm going Arizona on the Titans game.
Okay.
I'm going Arizona.
All right.
Washington and the Chargers. Chargers visit Washington. The Chargers historically do not travel well.
Yeah, and Washington's a hell of a defense, this is a pick'em game.
Game 1. But this is game 1, so all bets are kind of off when it comes to this travel east.
Yeah.
Because it's not like, they just played a game, the week before, and now they have to travel and travel back. I think it's because it's the first game. I think that whole travel east thing doesn't really affect them as much. But it is going to be a tough and tall task. But I hit. And Herbert, I trust.
There you go. Okay.
I hit. Eagles at the Falcons. Battle of the Birds. Falcons are favored by 3 in their Metrodome. You take this one.
Jalen
It's 3
Hurts.
even according to this one.
Matt Ryan and Kyle Pitts plus 3.
I think Atlanta is going to lead by 14.
And then lose the game. That's the thing.
And lose the game.
I'll take Philadelphia in this game.
Yeah. And the over.
Because until Atlanta
48.
shows that they can win a game, why take them?
The Seattle Seahawks at the Indianapolis Colts. Seattle is favored by 2.5. I think with Indy dealing with all these, it's the foot, it's the COVID, it's Seattle.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's the first game. Yes, they're traveling, and Seattle sometimes has a problem with that. But this is the first game, and this is something that they pretty much planned for. The whole off season is that first game.
Right.
No tape, no nothing. Like they're going off of. They have plenty of time to practice and game plan for this. So Seattle by a field goal. I think I have to take Seattle by a field goal.
Of course, yeah.
The Cincinnati Bengals host the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota is favored by 3 away in Cincinnati.
I am not a fan of Kirk Cousins, man. I don't know how. I mean, they must have no hope in Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and all that. I'm taking the Bengals in this one. I do not. I mean, Dalvin Cook, obviously, and all that, but I have I am not a fan of Kirk Cousins. I have no faith in that guy. I'm taking the Bengals. +3.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm just not a fan of Kirk Cousins. I don't know. He's the guy's going to
Cincinnati. I mean, yes, Burrow, but they don't have a defense. Like Minnesota doesn't have a great defense either, but better than Cincinnati's, no?
Yeah, that game's in Cincinnati.
But I get it. It's in Cincinnati, but how good is Burrow's knee?
Yeah, I know. It's a psychological thing now with him.
I'm going Minnesota. All
right. I'm going with the Bengals at home.
The 49ers visit Detroit, and it's the 49ers up 7.5.
Yeah, I'll take the Niners on that. Easy.
Detroit
stinks. Yeah, Detroit stinks.
It's Jimmy Garoppolo.
It's all right.
Yeah, they have a lot of weapons, though.
It's Detroit.
They have a lot of weapons. All right. I mean, it's a rough spread with a little over a touchdown, but yeah, 7.5. All right, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Browns at Chiefs. The Chiefs are favored by 6. I'm taking the Chiefs.
I'm taking the Chiefs,
but it's not going to be.
It's going to be 6. Closer. It's going to be closer. Yeah,
I think.
If I was betting the game, if I was betting the game, I'd take the Browns +6.5. I mean, unless they have no faith in Baker Mayfield. My God, 6.5. Jesus.
Well, I have 6 on it, whatever.
Oh, okay.
I'm on CBS, but
got it.
It's Caesars Sportsbook. That's what I have here.
Oh, okay. I'm on FanDuel, but
we're
there. We're taking the Chiefs to win that game.
Yeah. Patriots versus the Dolphins. It's in New England, and the spread is 3. New England is favored.
I will take the New England Patriots to win this game.
I push. They win by a field goal.
Okay.
The Broncos visit the New York Giants.
Football Giants.
It's
Saquon playing?
Denver is favored.
See, I don't know how you favor Denver with Teddy.
I'm going with the Giants. I'm going with the Giants.
I'm going with the Giants on this one too, man.
I'm going with the Giants with the money line.
Well, 134 or whatever it is?
140 on this.
Oh, okay.
No, I would just take the spread because it's not enough juice for the squeeze. So I would take the 3 they're giving me.
Yeah.
New Orleans, Green Bay.
I like Green Bay in this game.
They're playing in Jacksonville.
Oh, Jacksonville.
Because of Hurricane Ida displacing them.
Yeah.
But it is, for all intents and purposes, a Saints home game. The Green Bay is favored by 4. There's Aaron Rodgers is there. Drew Brees is not. Green Bay is taking it.
There it is.
All right, and then we have Sunday night Rams Bears in Los Angeles, SoFi Stadium. Rams are favored by 7.5. Andy Dalton is starting for the Chicago Bears. At least he's starting the game.
That's all you need to know.
We don't know if he's going to finish the game.
Yeah.
But I think Stafford has his familiarity with the Chicago Bears. I think Stafford makes a statement and he goes off on this game.
I'm with you on that one.
7.5, and Las Vegas hosts the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens are favored by 4.5.
take
Monday
the
Night Football in the Death Star. I'm going with the Raiders to
You're going with
cover.
the Raiders.
At least to cover.
All right,
4.5. I think.
I'm with you on that. I think the
cover.
Raiders cover that. Yeah, 4.5.
I think to cover. I don't think they win.
Yeah.
That's all right.
There it is.
More days. 2.
48 hours.
Just like the number of Zechariah the Messiah.
Zechariah the Messiah. Zach, if you're out there watching nothing to do, come on the show.
Oh yes. I don't think he has anything else to do.
No, I know. But if he's bullshitting, come on the show.
Yes, no, of course. Please. We would love to have you on. And Mr. Justin Herbert, we would love to have you on as well.
Yeah.
Roger
Goodell, if you're watching, we'd like to have you on too.
Roger Goodell, yeah. Anybody?
Yeah. And by the way, Roger Goodell, if you are watching and listening, could you open up an NFL store in Manhattan, please? I'm tired of going to NFL online and can't find the jersey my size. Please open a store. Is that too much to ask? Apparently. All right. That's my rant for the night. All right.
Everybody, thank you very much for joining us. We will see you next Tuesday and enjoy not only this Thursday night, but all day Sunday, 7 hours of commercial-free NFL football.
Starts at 9 a.m. You know what that's like to get up at 9 a.m.? Well, the pregame.
Yeah, the pregame.
NFL Network. Rich Eisen and all those guys, but yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. And
then Monday night. Yes. The NFL's back, baby. Can't wait.
It's gonna be a lot of fun. But definitely cannot wait. Tomorrow, MLB Network for the induction for Derek Jeter, 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Tune in, and we will see you next Tuesday to break it all down.
It's gonna be great
right here on Fan Experience TV. Have a great night, and have a great NFL Sunday, everybody.
Peace. Enjoy.